Hi everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back. In this video, we are going to make a really beautiful Christmas card. So I'm going to go grab a bunch of supplies and we're going to see how this all comes together. As a reminder, everything that I use, including the colors that I'm using and the supplies I'm using, everything that I use to bring this together will be down in the description box below. You can find the description box by simply clicking on the title of the video and it will open up and give you all the supplies. All right, let's get started. Okay, I have brand new goodies here today from Concord and 9th. They generously sent these over to me so I could create with them. And this set is part of their latest release. So this is the Alpine Village die set. And then we have some coordinating stamps as well. And if you flip this over, you're given a peek at what this is going to look like. Isn't this neat? So we have kind of it looks like a background die, and then we're gonna put some pieces within that, I believe. So we're just gonna take our time and bring this all together. I think it's gonna be really pretty. So the first thing that I'm going to do is start pulling my colors. So give me a second. I gotta ponder what I want this to look like, and then we're gonna have a really fun time bringing this card together. Okay, so this is the color palette. I actually picked this really quickly because it came together just as smooth as I could have prayed for. So this is the color combination I'm going to go with. These are all Concord and 9th colors. And recently I did a card, I think last week, that is this Christmas door card. So pretty. And I was loving this color combination. I think this is eucalyptus and watermelon. So petal, their craft cardstock, powder, eucalyptus, watermelon, nectar, and midnight. Okay, in case you want to recreate this. Now, one thing I do with my cards is I keep it super simple with color. So I'm going to use all of these colors on all of the elements. So we'll get it all put together. It's going to be super fun. The first thing I want to do is take out the main die, which is this big one back here. And I am going to go ahead and let's do, well, I think we just do white, don't we? Yeah, white. Because I think it's going to mainly be the snowy backdrop, and then all the other pieces will fit into the background. And I'm going to bring in my larger die cut machine because we're going to cut out this larger die. Let's remove all of our color choices. Just place those to the side. And I'm going to grab a fresh magnetic sheet. That way, as I use the dies, I can place them on their kind of forever home over here. And this is going to help me kind of stay organized because I know that if I have removed the die and put it over here, that means I've used it. Sometimes I have to have a little system like that when I have larger projects because it helps me just organize and remember what I have done and all that. So, okay, I think I already have an A2 size card panel here. So we're gonna start there. So you see how this is kind of gonna be like a puzzle, if you will. So we have all of our elements. This is kind of setting our scene. And then I'm gonna place my die right within there, or I'm sorry, my paper right within there, excuse me. And then I'll run it right on through. In fact, what I will do is I'm just going to get a slightly larger piece. That way I can center it just so. Okay, so A2 is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to just give myself some grace. And instead of 4 1/4, I'm gonna do 4 1/2. And instead of 5 1/2, I'm gonna do 5 3/4. And you'll see why in just a second. Okay, keep my little scrap pieces there. Okay, so this is my new piece, but now I can just have a little bit more grace with that, get it centered the best that I can, but knowing if I don't, it's just gonna trim out perfectly. So sometimes I do that with these A2 dies, is I just give myself grace and do a bigger piece of cardstock to begin with. Okay, so I got my cutting plates ready to go. And I'm going to run this through at an angle. That way it runs through smoother instead of running it through like this and having to take the big bump. It'll just kind of take it little by little. Okay, just like so. There we go. I'll run that right on through. Okay. Okay, well, I thought I was gonna piece them all in here, but no. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have all these little pieces. So I need to figure out which white ones that I need to keep. I need to keep this piece and then not that and not that, because this is the sky. This is this little piece. So those I don't need because they're gonna be out of a different color. And I need this piece, right? Actually, I think all of their main pieces, because I'm gonna have a snowy mountain range and a snowy little set there. Okay, so we're good to go with that. I'm gonna put all those pieces. I'm gonna grab these little trays that I have, and then just know off to the side, I'm placing all of my little pieces. Okay, so this is actually gonna be my best friend for a couple little cuts here. So now I'm just gonna do all of the background elements really quick. So I know I want to use this pebble color for, oops, excuse me. I'm gonna use that pebble color for this little pathway. So let's just trim that down. Nobody ever really wants to talk to me until it's time for me to get crafty, and then everybody wants to chit chat. Okay, then we'll do something like that. So I'm just mainly putting it on this area here. And then also, I could also run through my sky piece at the same time. So I'll grab something like, let's see, is that gonna be big enough? I think I can do actually that. Okay. Let's get those elements both cut out there. Okay, see how I did that? So I have my road, my sky, and I think that's gonna be it for my background elements. Okay, so then now I have my road still in here. Come here. My road. And then the sky. Now the sky I need to set to the side for just a moment because I'm gonna do another little kind of embossing right on here. Okay, so like I said, when I am done, I will place my die over here, or the dies that I've used over there, so that I know which ones I still need to do. Okay, so this is the one that I need to pull really quickly to do this little embossed look. Okay, so do you see how this has little stars? So what we're gonna do is go face down like that. And it looks like it's slightly smaller than our die, which is great. And you can use some tape to tape this down if you need to. I'm definitely going to be bringing out some tape in just a bit when I get to those smaller pieces. Okay, and then I'll simply run that through. It's gonna leave, actually I'll just bring it right on back so I don't have to keep grabbing my plates from the back side. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Isn't that neat? A little combination of stars and then little pokes. Okay, so this will go over with my paper pieces. This can go right over here. Okay, and why don't I just keep working through all of my die cutting. I don't think you need to watch me do each and every single one. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed through and do all my die cutting, and then we'll start creating. And to do all my cuts, I'm gonna bring my mini in just because it takes up less room, and the remainder of my cuts are all teeny tiny. So I'm just gonna bring that in to do all of my additional cuts. So we have our little trees. Oh, they're so cute. And I'm wanting to follow the example on the card. I really like their layout. And you know what? When you like something, just stick with it. Sometimes if you just drop these little dies, the little pieces will fall out. So there's a trick for you. And then I did Midnight for the little, kind of the base of the chair lift, but I'm envisioning having some kind of pink and peach gondolas. Oh my goodness, how cute. Oops, I guess it's kind of better seeing it like that, huh? Okay. And then easy peasy, we've got our little trees. They are super cute too. I love that they have the little embossed look on there, giving them some texture. Okay, there we go. And again, once I've used the pieces, I'll try to put them all back in here, how they had it. And you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop there for just a second before I get all of my other little embellishments in. And I kind of wanna just start building up the card. And then from there, I can kind of have some more fun with the rest of this stuff. Okay, so usually I do all my cutting first, but I'm not quite sure how I want to disperse my color. So that's why I'm gonna wait. All right, I think I can just go ahead and put this on a card base. And this time I'm going to use 110 pound cardstock. This is going to be an A2 card. So my cardstock is 11 by 4 1/4. And then half of 11 is 5 1/2. So we'll just place the score there. And then I was gonna not score it, but I think I will. And we'll just lay it open nice and flat. Okay, so then we're gonna work on it just like so. Okay, so the final size of our card is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, stopping right here. Okay, now what I can do, oh yeah, that's gonna fit perfectly, is I'll grab my glue and just add it right to the back here. So I'm gonna be mindful of the edges because we don't want them to lift, right? So we'll just go very mindful on those edges, just like that. Okay. I need to get a new glue bottle. I think it's actually here. I just have not opened it. Opened the box that it came in. Okay. I'm gonna nudge that right into place. Okay. There we go. First piece down. And then we're gonna have this piece. Pretty. Okay, I'll just go ahead and start gluing all of these little pieces. And again, this is essentially a puzzle at this point. Kind of just putting those little pieces right where they go. Okay, there's that piece. And the good thing about liquid glue is you can just push it up where it goes. And you can have some wiggle room too. Then we have this piece. And I love that even though these are all gonna be kind of white, that cut line is showing the different, angles and everything, for lack of a better word, but it's showing the different parts of what we're working with. Okay, so I think I'll do this first, but yeah, no, I will. I was gonna say, I know that they had a little stamp on the pathway, which was kind of cool, so we should probably do that. In fact, I wonder if I could do kind of all of this and then do the stamping. I might do that. Get everything into position first. Okay. Ooh, that ran a little long. Did I do that right? I feel like that's running off of my card a little bit. Okay, which will be fine. Maybe I didn't get it high enough here. All right, well, let's make sure my card actually is, no, it kind of seems like it's running a little long. Okay, that's all right. Now, let's do this piece. Okay, and then I'm just gonna tap some glue into that fine little section. Place this here. I love how everything just tucks right in. It's so pretty. The cut lines too are just gorgeous. All right, and then the last piece. And the last piece goes right here. And it fits like a glove. Okay, there we are. Okay, so there is our snowy scene. And again, even though that's a lot of white there, you see all of the little sections, which is neat. Okay, I know we have two pieces that have little stamps that coordinate with them. So we have this little piece that kind of acts like some, I don't know, pebble work here. And then we have some additional ones here that we can do for the water, which will be neat. So I think I'm gonna go one at a time here. And I'm gonna bring out my larger Misty, and just stamp right on here, as opposed to stamping just on the die cut. So I installed this die cut first. We're working with the road. There we go. And I think I'll just grab the exact same color. So we'll just do tone on tone. I believe this was pebble, so I'll go grab my pebble ink as well. So let's grab this, and I think you just kind of position that here. Close the door, grab that. Okay, and then we'll reposition. Let's stamp that down. And I went ahead and grabbed the powder ink as well because we'll use that next. So pebble is first. And my goal is to only use one layer here because I don't want it to be too dark. So I'm just gonna lightly type that down. Maybe one more up here. Okay, just like that. So let's put that one away, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the powder. I think I might just do the little die cut for that. So I'll grab just this little guy here, tape it down. Okay, and then clean this off. And I just use a mild baby wipe to clean my stamps. It works wonders. And we'll grab the other one. So the other one's kind of like a double. Well, you can do two, yeah. So there's a couple ripples here. Like here. And you can do your own thing. You don't have to do it exactly like the example. But if you need a little direction, don't be afraid just to use that example. Okay, I think that should be good. So we'll close those, clean those up, and powder cardstock, powder ink. Let's see if we can do that in just one impression. Yes. Okay, so it's just super slight. I didn't want it to be, which way does this go? There we go. I didn't want it to be too much. Okay, cleaning this off, and then let's keep assembling. There we go. Okay, so now we can start having fun with the chairlift. Let's go ahead and get super close here. And there we go. We're gonna have to do some cutting pretty soon, but let's get this chairlift right on down. And I have one little piece that's still in there, so I'm gonna poke that out. There we go. And we'll do our little tweezers to help us out here. Okay, so again, for super intricate dies, I do have a precision tip bottle here, but it's still too big. So what I do is I put glue all the way around, and then I go back through and I just start kind of dabbing it off to make it more tacky. That way it distributes the glue instead of pooling it up. And then what I'll do is we're gonna do something like this. There we go. That way it's not seeping out the sides. And if you do have any seep, then it's okay. It's just gonna dry. It'll dry clear. Okay, then we'll do the clouds. Those are easy peasy. And sometimes it's nice to actually just use the wand to pick these up. It has a nice wax tip, so it makes it easier. These little clouds are adorable. I'm gonna have to remember these and incorporate them in other cards. They're just perfect. Perfect and simple, which is what I like. Okay, so we're gonna do one right here. There we go. Okay, I think we are about ready because I don't want to put my trees on just yet because I'm not sure where I want to put all of my elements. So I think we're ready to bring in, let's bring the little people in. And let's start working on them because they have a specific placement, and then we can work on bringing everything else in. Now, there's also a sun and moon that you could do. I don't think they used it on their example, but again, you don't have to use the example, but that would be super pretty as well. Now, looks like you're gonna have to run these through just like a billion times to get what I need since they're all placed together. And rightfully so, because they're tiny pieces, which is actually a little bit helpful to me because then I can really play with the variety of color that I have and see how I want to pair everything. Okay, so let's go ahead. Again, now that I have my cardstock chosen, which these were my colors, okay, and a white here too. Now that I have chosen these, I'm not going to venture away from this. So I'm going to coordinate my entire card around this palette. So what I'll do is I'm going to grab these little dies and I will cut them out of probably all of, let's see, everything but the pebble and the craft, probably. Okay, so yeah. Oh, in fact, I could bring the craft back in for one of them kind of wearing khakis. I think that would be really cool. All right, so I'm just gonna go through one by one and run both dies. This is gonna be a lot of die cuts. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I didn't end up doing the eucalyptus or the powder color, so the green and the light blue, because I figured that I have a lot of that in the surrounding area. And if like something's not coming together the way I want or it's not balanced, then I can always bring those colors in. But okay, that was quite a chore. Lots of little tiny pieces. So now we get to put these little cuties together. And first we're gonna start out with, let's remove this and maybe even this. And then we'll get real close here. Okay, now let's grab our little base. And I'm doing this as the base because that's the skin tone that I'm gonna go with. So now we get to do pants. At least that's where I'm gonna start. So let's get these people covered up. We have this, and then I was thinking it'd be cute. Oh, did I not? Actually, this guy gets the khakis. And then this guy, or girl, whichever, I'm not sure. This one will get the denim. Okay. So it actually probably would be easiest if I started with the white shoes. way. They are so cute. Okay, as we are finishing up people, we need to put them, or finishing up elements, we need to get them on the card, or else it's just going to be crazy. So let me add, maybe I'll add this one first, since it's going to be on the right side. Okay, there we go. And we will put this one like that. Very cute. And then we'll nudge this one so that they're holding hands. Cute. I like them. Very sweet. So let's finish up by doing our houses. So I'm going to do the same thing and run these through a few colors. How many examples do they have on the back? They have quite a few houses, but I'm going to not do that many. I'm going to do a total of 3. So we'll do our main colors. I definitely know I want to do a nectar. Okay, I'm going to be so honest, as always, as I always am, and say this is a lot of work. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think I wanted this to be this one. I think I might have cut that out of the wrong one. I did. Okay, I need to redo that real quick. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's real quick do our gondolas. I wanted to make them colorful. This is taking so long that my drew's drying out. Let's see. Right now I am at 1 hour and 15. Right now I'm at 1 hour and 15 minutes. Oh my word. Okay. But it's gonna turn out cute. You know what would be fun too is if I did this last year, not this card, but this idea last year where I did like a frame. And so you can use your stamps and dies as decor. I was gonna say, I was talking in the last video about, you know, for me, it doesn't bother me when people throw things away because the joy was in me making it. And this provides so much like relaxation for me to be able to create. So it doesn't bother me if people don't keep it forever because you can't expect people to. But for something like this, if you're going to put a ton of work into it, I would recommend making this like into a picture frame or something. And I'll link last year's video. I did one where, come here, there we go. It was a stamp set that looked just like my kids. I was just amazed. And I ended up making like a picture frame of it. And it was just really pretty, so we can enjoy it every year. Okay, let's hurry through this. So I think this piece goes here. Did I get these mixed up? No. I'm going to try not to do anything over in this section because I did like the idea of putting the sentiment there, although I should check real quick and just see if there were any other sentiments that I really liked. But other than that, these are the elements that are going to be added to the scene. Okay, so let's grab the stamps just so that we don't make a mistake. Okay, so there's Have a Festive Day, which is really cute. You're wonderful and I love you. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. May your day be snowy and bright is adorable as well. I kind of like this, you are wonderful and I love you, and I kind of think it'd be cute to put it right in the center there. And then we'll just tuck all of our elements around. So what I think I'll do is bring in the navy. Yeah, I think I'll bring in the navy instead of doing black. All right, so let's do that. I brought in Midnight, which is the coordinating color to the dark navy that I've been using this whole time. Okay, let's pray for a second because I don't want to ruin this at the last minute. Okay, let's put this here, and I just want to tuck it there. Okay, and what I'll do, let's do this. I'm going to take a piece of just the wrap, okay, and I'm going to just place it right in here. That way we can do a little mock. Let's just do a little mock test to see if we like the placement, and then if we do, oops, sorry, my light was kind of glaring there. If we do, then we'll make it permanent. Okay, so again, we're stamping right on that. Ooh, you are wonderful and I love you. I think I like it. I just don't think it's straight. So let me straighten that out, and then I'm gonna try again. Oh gosh, don't get any on your card, Bethany. Okay, that's all I need right now. Oh my gosh. If this is the first video you've ever watched of mine, please come back. I usually have a lot more put together here, but this is pretty organic. Okay, and I can use the lines of my Misty Wool to see if that's straight. Let's see. Let's give it a try. Got a little Christmas tree coming along for the ride here. Yes, okay, I like that. So now we can remove that piece, place this piece down. Now the only thing I'm concerned about is that's looking a little royal blue. So I think if I double stamp it though, it'll deepen it up. And if not, I can always, make sure I don't have any ink. I can always, ooh, that's pretty. In fact, I don't know that I want to add any more. I think I just want to do that. Yep, done. Okay, what I was gonna say is I could always double it up or add a little bit of black to the top. All right, there we go. Let's get this out of here. Look what that did to my fingers. And it is, I mean, I have wiped and wiped and wiped. Okay, so I love that. I love how it's kind of tucked in there as well. I think that's super cute. All right, I promise we'll finish this. I do. So now I'm just gonna kind of place things around. And I think I like this little house here because I liked how this L, like both L's, no, both L's, L and U, sorry, now I'm getting tired. I liked how this kind of curved, and then I like how this has kind of an angle. So I feel like it really just hugs my sentiment really nicely there. Bring this out a little bit. Okay, so we like that. I also want to do a little overlapping. I was gonna do one of these kind of stick trees, but I think I want more color there because I have the khaki there. So maybe I'll put one of my stick trees up there, and then maybe here. And then for a little overlap, ooh, what if I did something kind of big here? I'm kind of removing my little ripple there, but that's not too bad. I have another house that I want to do. So let's put this house here. And we'll do a duo. Let's bring this guy up and do something like that. Yeah. And then we can tuck in a tree by the house, or maybe even kind of alongside this path here, which I like even better. And then finally we'll do maybe, well, no, that's kind of hugging that. Well, no, hold on. That could be good. Or maybe, how about that? Maybe having that hug that one a little bit. I'm gonna do it. I think that looks really cute. All right, let's just solidify these choices. I'm gonna start with my tree. So if you wanted to do the frame idea, I would do something like 'Tis the Season, something that's not like so card specific, or it doesn't scream card. That way you can just kind of have it as decor. Okay, I'm bringing in, because I don't want anything else on this card, right? I don't want any more loud pieces, if you will, but these clear dewdrops are so pretty, and they offer not only just a little like texture and something fun, but they're neat because they're quiet. Like, they're very quiet. Also, in wintry type cards, or really any type of cards, but they kind of take on that water element. So I'm just gonna add a little, I don't know, duo in a couple spots around the card and call it good. Maybe even there. Just to add a little something, but again, look how subtle it is. So you can absolutely skip this part, but look at my blue fingers, my goodness. But I think it's gonna be a little quiet supporter. There we go. It's not taking away anything, but it's just adding just a little something. Okay, and I will add my personalized stamp later, because quite honestly, I am exhausted. So there is our final card. I will link everything I use down below. That way you can recreate this if you wish. This was fun. I love it. And you can see just all of the pretty pressed edges from the die. Isn't that just stunning? I love it. Real time, the clock just ticked over to an hour and a half. So this took me 90 minutes. That included getting all my colors ready and everything. So maybe a little less, but I would plan on spending at least a good hour on this card. So hope you enjoyed this. Please be sure to give this a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.